Hello, good morning, year 8, and welcome to our penultimate lesson on the Haitian Revolution. We've actually come to the final part of the story. You'd hope it would be a hopeful one, but I think you all know how this turns out. If you think this story has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention. What I want you to do is have a look at these 6 images. They show a life of bleak misery and poverty and suffering. As you know, Haiti went from being the pearl of the Antilles to being the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. But have a look at these 6 images, and I just want you to write 2 or 3 sentences explaining what impression you get about the problems suffered by the people of Haiti today. So all these photos were taken really in the years after 2010, so in the last 10 years. So 2 sentences about what impression you get about the problems people in Haiti suffered from today. So pause the video, write those down, and then move on. And quick challenge activity. Can you think of any links between the challenges Haiti faces today and what we've been learning in class? That's a really difficult skill. That shows that you're meeting some of the higher order learning objectives there: analysis, evaluation, and making links across time. All right, so pause, and if you feel you can, answer that question. Moving on. If you could write down our title of this lesson, as it is the last lesson, is also our inquiry question, which is the inquiry which has really been propelling our study over the last 8 weeks. That is, what credit, and notice how I've underlined the word credit there, because it has a double meaning there. So credit in the sense of recognition, but also credit in the sense of monetary reward, because I think that's a crucial reason why Haiti has suffered so much over the years. So what credit is Haiti owed for the sacrifices it made to abolish slavery? And that's your title of this lesson, and it's also going to be the question for your big work. All right. So subheading as well, this lesson is, okay, let me just get out of this. So this man here is Jean-Bertrand Aristide, who was probably Haiti's most beloved president. He was quite a recent president, ruling between 1994 and 2004. And this is what he said to the UN in 2002, I think it was. When the wounds of poverty are so deep, so far-reaching, and so historically rooted, how then can we begin to heal them? It is in this light that we should look at the broad issues of reparation and restitution. Reparation means giving money back to someone who's suffered as a consequence of your greed. And restitution means some justice, which hold within them the possibility not only for economic repair, but also for the psychic repair of the wounds of colonialism and its legacy of poverty. In the case of Haiti, in 1825, after defeating Napoleon's army, the new nation's people were forced to pay France $21 billion over the next 120 years. So that's a figure adjusted for inflation. At the time, it was about $1 billion, or 150 million francs, I think it was at the time. A huge amount of money, a ridiculous amount of money that they had to pay to the Grand Blanc, in fact. And we'll go over why they did that in a moment. It is hard to imagine a more onerous debt, and he puts the word debt in inverted commas because I think he thinks that that is not a debt that they had to pay, that they did not owe this money, that it was extorted out of them, forced out of them. In 2004, the government of Haiti raised the issue of restitution of this debt by France before the world. Okay. So, write down your subheading, have a look at this, and try to work out what Jean-Bertrand Aristide is saying there. What does he want? What is he saying? What's the message, really, of this speech that he's giving? So he gives this speech in 2004, apologies. Then what I want you to do is to, if you're doing this in your books, copy this table into your books. Maybe spread it out over a double-page spread. If you're lacking for space, then rotate your page so that it's landscape, and then have the y-axis there, and the X along the bottom, from 1800 to 2000, okay, like that. and then have a look at all of these different factors. Okay, so these are all the reasons why Haiti had become the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere after having been the richest, really. And what I want you to do is to start putting them on this what we call living graph. So on this axis here, you have the significance of each for why it became the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, and then along the bottom you have the date that it occurred. So for instance, France's war on Haiti in 1802 to 1804. Remember, the war ended after Dessalines burnt pretty much most of the country to the ground, so the French couldn't access it. Huge economic consequences to that. Well, it would go around here because 1802. How important was it for making the poorest country? Okay, well, you may put it here. You may put it here. You have to read all of them before you can decide really where each one goes. Okay, so all of these need to go somewhere here. Make sure that you put them along with their correct date when they occurred, and then up the top there. Okay, once you finish that, save your work, upload it, and yeah, if you have any questions, put them underneath the post for this lesson.